Good morning, everybody. How are you today? It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. It is, what are we? Thursday today. All over the place. Leather Bag Lady Weatherport. It is dang cold in here. What's the temperature in here? 64 degrees. This time last week, I couldn't breathe. It was so hot. We've talked about this all summer. The weather is psycho. But anyway, story time after today's bag. So, these bags are quite coveted. I don't find them regularly at all. I think I have found three in the 9 years, maybe four in the 9 years that I have been thrifting. Um, I would love to start going down south and picking them up, especially ones that need a little bit of rehab. Tons of YouTube videos on how to rehab these bags. But I found this little one quite by accident in a random thrift store that I very rarely go to. And it is just the cutest little thing. It is a little vintage coach. So, like I said, I do not find these very often at all, which is just too bad. It is a lovely, lovely little crossbody bag. It does have its original coach. It does have its original coach hang tag. It has an outside slip pocket. It has silver tone hardware, the little twist lock. Beautiful raw leather interior. It has a slip pocket inside. The creed, you're not going to be able to see it. The creed is there. It is made in Costa Rica. It's not a U.S. Bag, unfortunately. Has a really, really defined rolled base. It is just a lovely, lovely little run around, do your Saturday errands, or go to, like today, I am going to the Blue Jays game, which is probably a bit of a waste of time after the shocking 10-0 result last night, which has now put them out of the running for the wild card spot. But we'll go anyway because it's a night out with my hubby. And this would be the kind of bag that you would definitely want to wear to, let me see if I could get my phone in there. Just about. I have quite a large phone. So this is today's little beauty. Actually, I think what I'm going to use is that saddle bag from the other day. That I would like to just wear it once. And I think I might do that. So this is today's little guy. I've had it for a while. It did need a little bit. There was a big scratch here. So I used my 1000 grit sandpaper and just lightly sanded out the scratch, and I re-dyed that little area. So it has had a little bit of rehab. And based on how rare these things are to find out in the streets, it's a little bit more expensive than I would normally like to charge, but that's just the way it is these days. The roots, the coat, not the coach, roots, the coach, the vintage coach, Dooney Bork, Juicy Couture, which is right back in fashion right now. I have a few Juicy Coutures, but they're in storage and I have no idea where they would be. Probably by the time I find them, they'll be out of favor again. But yeah, these little vintage pieces are just getting really, really hard to find. So actually, give me 2 seconds. I've got a bag, if I can find it. So this little bag is a bag I listed not that long ago. So the similarities in quality is really quite similar. So this is a vintage Coach, as we've just discussed. This is a vintage heritage leather out of Kitchener. Does have a big pen mark there, which I could get off actually. But there's a lot of similarities in these bags. Beautiful quality, the strap design is absolutely the same. So, you know what? You are paying for the name, and I do admit that. This little bag is just as beautiful. But there's just something about these vintage Coach bags. So anyway, as I've mentioned, we are off to the baseball game tonight. I'm actually heading into St. Catharines today. I'm meeting up with Maggie, my friend who I used to sell with at the Fort Erie racetrack. We were just there for the Prince of Wales Stakes. And Maggie gave me a couple of bags to sell for her last year. And this is me finally just finding the time to meet up with her and give her the money I made on them and just have a cup of tea with her. And then I've got a little bit of work to do in St. Catharines today. And then I will be zooming back and getting ready to head into Toronto. It's not going to be very warm today, Leather Bag Lady weather report. It's 64 degrees in here. It's 8 degrees outside. I had quite a chilly walk to the gym this morning, but the sun is shining. It's a beautiful, beautiful, pure blue sky. So it'll be a nice day regardless. Not sure the roof will be open at the Dome. It gets a little cool for that now in the evenings, but we shall see once we get there. We've got to get there in time for Pius's street meet. We were talking about it yesterday and I said, well, what time do we have to leave? He's like, well, we got to get there for street meet. I'm like, really? Is street meet that important? But it's a routine for Pius, so that's what we will be doing. And then that is it for the week. Tomorrow I'm with my clients. And that is about it. Friday night, tomorrow night we'll be at the trailer. And then Saturday we have a busy day with birthday parties and such. So it's going to take me about 40 minutes to get where I need to go in St. Catharines. I tried to meet up with my friend Lynn to give her clutch bag that she bought a few weeks ago. And she's like, sure, I'm around, but you'd need a plane to come and see me. I'm in the UK. I'm like, Lynn is doing quite a bit of travel these days, which is awesome to hear. So hopefully we'll connect with her when she gets back. She bought her bag quite a few weeks ago. I just don't find myself in the Niagara region as much as I used to anymore, even though my mom and dad now live in St. Catharines. My mom will be coming home Saturday. The funeral is today for my aunt. So I am thinking about them there. And that is about it. So just a quickie today. Hopefully you're going to have a great day. Get something done that is going to make you feel like $1,000,000. And yeah, other than that, have a good one. And hopefully I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.